Hey everyone, it's John. I hope everybody's doing well and having a good weekend. Today is Super Bowl Sunday, so I'm excited about the game, first of all. But with Super Bowl Sunday, it's kind of like an unofficial holiday here in the US, and everybody seems to be eating and drinking. So I'm going to be preparing a fairly simple dish. It's my own interpretation of an Italian recipe. And it's sausage and peppers, but I'm going to be leveling it up a little bit. So why don't we get started and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So since this is my own version of this recipe, I just want to point out what the ingredients are. As I said, this is going to be sausage and peppers, but again, taking it up. So the main ingredients would be your sausage. We have a couple of versions. I have sweet sausage and hot Italian sausage. Both are Italian sausages. This one is just has a little bit of kick to it. Not too hot. We also have red peppers, green bell peppers. I have onions, and my addition to this recipe is the mushrooms. I just want to give it a little bit more, I guess, texture difference than having all sausage in the mix. So I decided to add some mushrooms to this recipe today. Also, you'll need some sort of a tomato sauce, not paste. I'm using just plain tomato sauce. If you have ready-made marinara sauce, or if you make your own marinara sauce, you can use that as well. But I only use this, a little bit of it, to kind of give moisture to the the dish, since it seems to dry out. So the tomato sauce actually keeps keeps it moist. And I'm also using a little bit of red wine, just to deglaze. So let's get started on this sausage and peppers and mushrooms. We're also going to be eating this with pasta. In this case, we're using penne pasta. Now, my first step is to actually boil some water so we can get the pasta going, but I'm also going to start prepping the main ingredients. So I'm currently preparing the sausage. What I like to do is to cut them into bite-sized pieces. In this case, we're doing something like that. Half an inch is good for me. I mean, you can make it as big or as small as you want. It helps also to cut them in these, in this size. It helps them to cook a little quicker. Now, there's two versions of this that I saw in the grocery store. This version, which has the skin, the typical sausage links, if you will. There is also a version where you can get just the meat itself, just the filling, without any skin on or anything like that. It looks like chopped meat or ground meat, but it's obviously seasoned. You can use that as well, and you can basically just take clumps of it and throw it in a frying pan and fry it up that way. Either way, either types of meat or style of Italian sausage is will work for this recipe. So now that we have some sliced regular Italian sausage, I'm going to go ahead and slice up some of the hot Italian sausages. Again, you don't have to mix it, it's up to you. I like spicy food, that's why I'm throwing some of this in the mix. So guys, let me know in the comment below, if you guys if you do watch the Super Bowl, if you like football like me, what you like to prepare for game food or game day. So with Italian food, olive oil is king. But since we're going to be sauteing, frying up, the ingredients, I usually use a little bit of extra virgin olive oil and regular vegetable oil. Well, this is canola oil. The reason I do that, olive oil has a very low burning point, so it tends to burn and the taste changes. So what I like to do is actually just mix it with the canola oil, and I get pretty good results. So let's throw a little bit of canola oil in there, spread that around in our pan, and then what I like to do is actually throw in a little bit of olive oil in there in the mix. And olive oil has a great aroma. I'm going to throw it in the pan. And there you go. Make sure you spread it around and evenly cook the sausages. They look like they're all clumped up here, but once the fat starts melting, you're going to see a little bit of separation. As soon as that happens. But yeah, we're on our way. As far as our water for our pasta, it's getting there. I'm not in a rush to get this to boil. I actually put it on kind of medium. So when the pasta cooks and this cooks, we can combine them together, and then we can have our little feast. So guys, our sausages are coming along. We got some separation. Actually added a couple of more, just to be sure. There's only 3 of us that are eating this. Again, we have leftovers that are going back in the freezer. So while that's cooking, while it's still cooking, we have the pasta water, which I'm actually going to salt. Throw some salt in water. Give the pasta a little taste. But we're not ready for the pasta yet, so I'm gonna keep that on very low. So while that continues to cook, I'm going to start prepping the other ingredients, the bell peppers, the onions, and the mushrooms. So guys, before anything else, since we have the bottle of wine, I'm going to open it. And I'm going to start drinking. But we're also going to be using it for our dish to kind of deglaze the pan. Okay. I know I went over this before, but if you guys are still interested, wine bottle opening 101. I like to open my bottles of wine with an old school corkscrew, such as this. Some people also call this a waiter corkscrew because a lot of the waiters in restaurants carry something like this. So all of this you're going to use. So one part of the corkscrew is this blade over here at the top. A lot of people wonder what that's for. Since the wine bottle is sealed with an aluminum wrap around the cork or around the top of the bottle, you need to cut this top part to get access to the cork. So all you need to do is, if you look at the tool, you can see that it's contoured. I've seen a lot of the blades on some other tools that are straight, and that'll work too, but having a contoured blade works well, since this is round, right? The top of the bottle is round. So all you would need to do is kind of anchor it to the top lip. You see where this lip is? Anchor that there and just turn the bottle, until you are able to lift this up. There you go. Now you have a clean cut top. Simple. And then you would get your actual corkscrew portion of the tool, stick it in sort of in the middle, and you can turn the bottle again like so, and then you can start. Once it penetrates the cork, go ahead and give it a couple of turns, and then you would have this portion of the tool, which is the purpose is to actually hold on to the very top of the bottle. So it actually just kind of anchors the tool on top of the bottle, so you are able to, let's do it over here, so you're able to actually, you see this part? Lift, and then you're going to use the longer portion, which is this part of the tool, to anchor the bottle as well. So hold on tight, and voila, party time.